Good morning, this is Peter Burns from Southern California. I'm in our Del Mar headquarters of Burns Funding, Millennial Queenmaker, you name it, they're here in this office. So, this is a conversation about my rather, how should I say this, checkered educational program and history. After graduating from secondary school, I went into the Army as an infantry soldier. I was swept up fortunately, by the United States Army and appointed to West Point, the military academy at West Point. Went to their prep school, won a ROTC scholarship, took that at the University of Virginia, where I took a fourth-year course my first year and in the McIntire School of Commerce, and that allowed me to start my first company. It was the end of my college career, the end of my military career, but made a bunch of money, and I lectured for 10 years until my professor retired at the McIntire School of Commerce, and that propelled my love of entrepreneurship education, which I parlayed, etc., etc. Well, I never finished college. I had a .5 GPA UVA. Wasn't much of a student, never was, but I managed to get into Harvard Business School's prestigious Owners and Presidents Management program in 1986. And that particular program started in '72, and they're the granddaddy of all the, what should I say this, executive education programs. Turns out that OPM graduates are also the wealthiest students that Harvard Business School's ever produced, and they are the largest donators to the university of any other group, including all the MBA graduates. That's because this is an entrepreneur-only program. This takes people that have been the head of their companies for at least 10 years. They either founded it or were co-owner, and that company has to be at the very apex of whatever vertical that they're in. It's non-competitive with the other attendees. There's about 120 that are selected out of a field of 3,000 applicants every year. It's been going on since '72. So that 10-year requirement of running your company, I happened to hit it at the age of 29 because I started my first major company at 19. So I remain to this day, and it's 2021, the single youngest member ever selected for Harvard's OPM program, which was pretty cool. Well, I was also the kid because everybody else was 40, 50 years old and older, but they were also titans of industry. I attended school with Peter Norton of Norton Utilities. He actually sold out to Symantec while we were in class together at Harvard Business School. A lot of other huge companies and very prestigious companies were members, and we were all peers. We were non-competitive. We were comrades and colleagues, and we all lived in the dorms, which were pretty fancy dorms, and we actually took all our meals at the faculty club at Harvard, so we had wine stewards and stuff like that. But it was an incredible opportunity for me, and it was like a kind of education that I was interested in. It's practical education. Instead of learning from a book from a professor that's never actually done anything except held on for dear life for tenure, these people were the leaders of the free world in capitalism. These professors at Harvard were off the chart. So I had an excellent time with that, and I've maintained my friendships. Gosh, it's been 30, 40 years since I went to Harvard, but I still have friends that I went to that aren't dead yet because I was so young, and it's still one of my favorite memories ever. It's the Harvard Business School's Owners and Presidents Management program, and if, as audiences that are watching this right now, you ever have a chance to sign up and get accepted by this, it'll be the single greatest experience you'll ever have in your life. You'll have it forever. It's 3 weeks, 3 years, intense, on campus. You do 2 or 3 cases a day, same cases that they do at the Harvard Business School, taught by the same professors, but you're with these fellow genius, entrepreneur, multi-millionaires from all around the world. It's fantastic. I owe a lot to my success from having had the opportunity to go through this incredible course. I recommend, if you have an opportunity, check it out. Harvard Business School's Owners and Presidents Management Program, and tell them Peter Burns sent you.